about why I named my 3 kids after drugs. All right. Just a little one. So I'm trying to make this story quick. I got 3 kids: Holly, Tyler, and Leland. So I basically told myself that I would name them after basically drugs when I have kids, because I love, like, just name them after things you love. So, just running with that idea. So if they moms let me, I did it. My first child is Holly. I got a girl and 2 boys. My first child, Holly, I had her when I was 19. Her name is, all right, so her drug name, her reference to drugs, but her name is Holland. And I named her after the country in the Netherlands, where basically cannabis and prostitution is legal, threw that in too, but basically where cannabis is legal. I was 19 at the time. Like, this was like 2009. So about a year out of high school, I had my daughter, and weed was a very big influence in my life, or still is, or it was at the time. I remember her coming home, and I'm talking about sleeping next to a grow tent. So we got Holland, right? And then the second one is my first son. Different mom now. I got my daughter's got a mom. I have my daughter from previous, and I got my son with my wife, same mom. All right, now my son Tyler, I had him when I was 23, 4 years later. And okay, so where I got reference, his middle name is, here it goes, the drug reference name, Caine, and I spell it C-A-I-N-E, just like the compound, And now by this time I'm in nursing school, and like, drugs are even more important in my life, if you catch what I'm saying. I'm learning about benzocaine, lidocaine, cocaine. I just learned about arcane, but when I went to go do something at the dentist. But speaking of cocaine, yeah, and at the time, I ain't gonna lie, man, because I ain't here to lie. I must have done coke like around the time he was birth. Like, I did it once, I ain't did it once, like, it bought like an 8-ball, 3.5, and sat home and did that shit. I don't do shit once like that. I sit home though. I sat home and did it. Like, I ain't go party. I ain't making no, like, made a real study out of it. But that was probably around the time I tried it for the first time. And one of my favorite movies of all time is motherfucking I can't even say it, Menace to Society. I'm talking about my favorite movie, Caine Lobster. Caine, dude, with Lorenz Tate and Tyrone Turner, I think his name. He's in that. I say it's my favorite movie, and I'm acting like I don't know the people's name, but. And then, so I got my boy in there named Caine. I think that shit's so hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was on board with it. Caine, Tyler Caine. That's his middle name though. Again, drug references. And for my third child, the baby, Leland, aka Starfire. Leland. Now, Leland's a cool name. Now, I got Leland, honestly. Well, I got Leland. Well, Tyler named mama. The second one, Tyler was gonna be. Mama tried to name him Taylor or something, and I told her drop that A. I wasn't with that shit at the time, and that seemed too, like, I ain't like the name for my son. That's all. And I was like, Tyler's better. I was 23, I was like, Tyler for my. But he big son on that. And I got Leland as my third. Now, Leland's middle name is, you ready for the drug reference name? 3, Ox. Now that's OX. It was, now I'm gonna break that down some more. I was gonna go with Oxy, like OXY, like, and at the, I'm directly relating that to oxycodone. I remember, like, I had, at the time of his birth, I had took a couple perk 10s, you know, that's oxycodone or whatever. You know, I had them at the time. I mean, and it's OX is, you know, but now where I remember hearing about ox was back in school when you was young, like when you had like the letter alphabet or the letter X or OX, they just show like the ox, whatever. So I was like, yeah, my little boy gonna be tough like a bull too. But it's really that. And then I didn't want to use Oxy because at the time, like back in Miami, if I can remember, like I remember like putting this in my head, like I don't want to use Oxy because at the time, girls and stuff was saying Roxy a lot, and I just felt like that was so, that was their trendy word, and I didn't really care for it. So, and Oxy was sounding like Roxy to me, you know. It's like, we going with Ox, man. But I know what's up, man. It's all drug reference names. All three of my kids, man. I love it. I love them. They love me, and that's that, you know. I think it's cool. I think it's dope.